Hi guys, welcome to another Rossi audio video. Today I'm going to take up a topic and talk about some products that I have been asked about quite a bit over the last 2 or 3 years. And I am going to say that I am a dealer for one of them, just because the demand is there. So why not? Well, I'm going to talk about cheap, the cheaper alternatives out there. Brands like Pyle, Gem Sound, Pyramid, Legacy, Technical Pro, American DJ, and those kind of brands that are a little on the cheaper end of the price range than what you normally would find on Pro Audio and call it consumer product, consumer electronics. How do they stack up? What's the quality, um, both build quality and sound quality, user friendliness, and all this stuff? Like I said, I have good experience with both Gen Sound, Pyle, Technical Pro. Um, I've been dealing them for many years. I don't do Pyle and Gem Sound right now. But however I do sell some Technical Pro products. So let's just jump straight into it. Can you compare these brands to brands like QSC, Crown, JBL, B52, Mackie, PV, and you get the point. Um, both yes and no. Um, if we're talking about heavy duty touring and installation equipment, no. If we're talking about using it for home or as a DJ where you have a limited sized setup, uh, you have maybe one or two subwoofers and a couple of tops, a couple of CD players and a mixing table and some lights, then you can use it. But just keep in mind that they have such a vast offering of products, and they range in price too. All the brands that I mentioned on the cheaper end of the price range, they also have cheap, a little bit more expensive, and the most expensive product. So if you buy the most expensive product that they got, you will get a better product there than if you buy the cheapest that they got, especially when it comes to amps. I'm not going to talk so much about Pyle and Gem Sound and American DJ, Pyramid and Legacy today. I'm going to focus on Technical Pro. So, how good is Technical Pro? If you buy their amps, their power amps, they're okay. There's no problem using them. Don't expect them to have the same quality as QSC and Crown and some others. Don't expect them to have the same sound quality as higher end or even mid-fi hi-fi equipment. But they have a good sound for the buck. You get a lot of sound for the buck. But when people ask me, would you recommend it? I always try to be honest with people that it depends on your budget. If you don't have enough in your budget that you can afford a six, seven, eight, 900, $1,000 amp. Let's say your budget is allowing you to get up to 250, $300 amp. Then Technical Pro is a very good alternative for you. The thing I like the best, let me just put this out there right away. I like their electronics. I don't like their speakers. They have some subwoofers that are okay. They have some raw drivers that are okay. But all these speakers, the Pro Audio PA speakers with the lights and stuff. I don't like that. Plastic molded cabinets. I don't like that. I don't like that from anyone, even if it's JBL, like the JBL Eon and all this stuff. And there's a lot of manufacturers. PV have some plastic molded cabinets. I don't like it, regardless of brand. So let's just get that out of the way. So you might ask me, what would you recommend me to get from Technical Pro? Like I said, if you have a very limited budget, you can get their power amps, and they will do fairly well. I like that they have such a vast product offering. They have a very, very large product offering. So that's positive. Regardless of what you buy there, you will always pay a little bit less than what you do for other brands. There is certain products from Technical Pro that I like a lot and better than other products. Such as they have a crossover, active crossover, and it is up there with some of the best ones in user friendliness and build quality. Yes, it's up there. Sound quality, not far away from the better ones. Then they have Bluetooth receivers and senders and all this stuff, which is pretty darn handy to have sometimes if you have old equipment, vintage equipment, and you want to incorporate Bluetooth. Then Technical Pro has a product that is very, very affordable and very easy to use and perfect for that. They have EQs that are very good. The EQs that they have are good. They have power conditioners that are very good, which also have surge protectors. They're good. You can buy them, no problem. They also have, like I said, they have the power amps, and they are okay. They're okay, but you can't compare them to the other ones. But they have these hybrid amps, and they have these receiver amps, and that's where I kind of think that the brands that I've mentioned, Pyle, especially Pyle and Technical Pro, they have these hybrid amplifiers and hybrid receivers. And they are maybe not the best sound quality and the most powerful stuff, but that's not what you use it for. If you buy those products and you use them in the right way, they are fantastic. I have used a lot of their hybrid amps and hybrid receivers as preamps, as a controller for the whole system. And why? Well, they have a lot of inputs, HDMI, cards, like memory cards, all kinds of inputs for phono, CD, AUX 1, AUX 2, all that stuff. So they have a lot of inputs, but they also have a lot of outputs. They have a lot of them have like sub 1 out, sub 2 out, line through out, and then line 1 out and line 2 out. So you can use it as a preamp or a controller and have a vast amount of amplifiers hooked up. And if you are one of those guys who have a lot of speakers and you run all these speakers at the same time, Technical Pro has some very affordable, good price stuff that you can use as a preamp or a controller to hook up a bunch of amplifiers on. And if you are running sound from computer, memory card, or your phone, you have all these inputs. So it gives you a very, very good user-friendly product. And that's what I like about both Pyle and Technical Pro. I feel that Technical Pro is a little step up in quality from Pyle. um, especially on their amps and their receivers and the passive networks and the active networks and stuff like that. I feel that Technical Pro is a step up from Pyle and 4 or 5 steps up from the other ones. So I get these questions all the time. Would you recommend this? Would you recommend this from Technical Pro? And sometimes I say no, I don't, because there's a better alternative out there for maybe like just 40 or 50 or 60 bucks more. But many times I say I recommend this product for this use and this product for this use. And there's a lot of product from Technical Pro that I recommend. If you're into, let's say, have lighting in your music room or in your home, the kind of like the lasers and the spots and the flowers and all this stuff. I have one down here on the floor from Technical Pro. This one is a Technical Pro, and it's called LG46. It has speed adjustment, sensitivity adjustment, and this one has a sound active. This is sound activated. Has a fuse on it. The only thing I don't like about it is that the cord is about at least 5 feet too short. So they could have put a longer cord on it. You could install it, permanent installation. You can also use brackets to put it on trusses. These type of product from Technical Pro, thumbs up. Very affordable, very good pricing. And is it pro lighting quality? No. Is it something that a mobile DJ can use? Yes. Is it something you can use in your home, in your music room? Yes. I do that. I'm not finished with my room yet, so I haven't mounted them up yet or installed them yet. I have 2 of them, and I have some other ones too from Technical Pro, some small spots and stuff like that. And I'm not saying this because I sell it, because I do not offer or send links or put links into what I sell, because I don't want to influence the sale with my videos that I make. Maybe that's coming down the road, but right now I don't. So to recap, lighting stuff from Technical Pro, yes. Speakers in general, no. Raw drivers, yes. Subwoofers, yes. Power amplifiers, if they are in your budget and you can't afford anything else, yes. The receivers and hybrid amplifiers and receivers, yes, for the right type of use. I wouldn't use it as a main amp to power big stereo in Vegas. Can they power smaller speakers? Yeah. But used as a controller or a preamp or the main link in your system to build out your system, absolutely. Active crossover networks, Bluetooth receivers and stuff like that, and other electronic hardware that they have, that kind of like power searchers and power conditioners, stuff like that, yes, more than good enough. More than good enough. But if you want to invest in amplifiers, power amplifiers, and you have a need for a very powerful amplifier because you have some big speakers, Technical Pro would not be my first choice. I would then look at Crown and QSC, maybe some used Carvers. But of course, if you have big speakers, let's say you have some big stereo in Vegas, and you can't afford, but you want a new amp with warranty, and you want a new amp because that way you know it's new. And if you buy used, you don't know if it's going to break down tomorrow or next week. So if you want to buy new and your budget is saying max 300, 350, 400 bucks, then Technical Pro can give you some really good alternatives. And they have a couple of amplifiers, power amplifiers, that have some good ratings, both on power and stuff like that. The thing you see with the cheaper brands, it's not so much their power rating or the possibility of delivering power or wattage to the speakers that are the problem. The problem is very often, if you look at their sensitivity, it's very often in the low 90s compared to a lot of other amplifiers that are in the low hundreds up to 110, 115, which means that the lower sensitivity on the amplifier, the less loud it's going to play, because a lot of the wattage that you have in the amplifier goes to compensate for a lower sensitivity in the amp. So, and it's called signal to noise. So, do they have power amplifiers that you can use on big speakers? Absolutely. They have 2 or 3 models that are in the mid 90s, upper 90s maybe, on the signal to noise, which powers the Stereo Vegas pretty good. But can I say that they will last 5, 10 years, 15 years down the road like most QSC and Crowns and other brands do? I don't know, because there is a difference in quality and build quality. There is. Another thing that I have noticed is the fans on these cheaper models are a little bit more noisy than the fans on the more expensive ones. But that's such a minimal problem, because if you play loud, you're not going to hear them. But of course, if you're playing very low or you're idling, you're going to hear the fans running. You're going to hear that on Crown and QSC too, but there is maybe like 1, 2, 3 decibel difference. So there's a noticeable difference there. If I'm going to rate these brands overall, like take all of these brands in one pot and rate that group, I'm going to say that from a 1 to 10, where 10 is the best, these cheaper brands, affordable brands, they'll probably receive anywhere between 4 and 7, depending on the product from them. And then you have, of course, the more expensive ones that are in another group. They range from 6 to about 9, because you can get shitty products from the more expensive ones too. Don't get me wrong. And the more expensive Technical Pro is probably better than the cheapest Crown or any of the other brands on the market. So you can't really compare them, because you have to take a more powerful Technical Pro and a less powerful Crown. Then the Technical Pro will probably be a little bit better. But if you take the same ones, then the Crown will be better, and QSC. So I hope this answered that question, because it's been coming to me quite a lot over the years. I just haven't had it on my mind to talk about it, but I thought about it last night when I got asked again. So I was like, okay, I can make a video about that. That's not a problem, because I have experience with those products. So absolutely, don't discard a brand just because it's cheap, because all brands have something to offer. It just depends on what you're looking for and what your budget is. So if you're looking for versatile ways of hooking up things, you want options and user friendliness and affordable price, then go for it. If you want higher quality and you have the budget to pay for it, then go for something else. That was it, guys. Have a nice day.